All right, new series. How, when you have an internship, do you land that full-time offer? Or even better, let's say you are a new hire at a firm. How do you make sure that your legacy gets cemented in the firm and you don't get kicked out the first time they let people go? All right, tip number one is to memorize everyone's name. And I don't just mean the people within your immediate team. I mean people within your immediate team and the surrounding teams. As an example, let's say you are on a market risk reporting team. Of course, you should know everyone on your team's first name, but also everyone on the teams you connect and interact with, such as the actual market risk team themselves. Let's look at an example. There is a woman on the market risk team who has a project and she needs you to write a report for it. Okay. Now, if you go to your manager later and you say, hey, that woman in the blue skirt, so she came up. No. But if you say, Samantha had a project she wanted me to work on, much, much better. There are a couple reasons why this is extremely valuable. First of all, you'll know who to go to when you have questions or you want to talk to people. By connecting a name with the face, it's not as blurry. There could be 20 people in your surrounding team trying to memorize everybody, but like taller person, blue shirt, this, that, it's too confusing. But once you identify people with names, you're able to categorize and in your mind know what each person is responsible for, which will help you go to them and help them come to you and you just have that interaction. Number two, you'll sound far more intelligent when you refer to people by their names to your manager or your coworkers rather than that person over there is wearing jeans. Number three, when you know people, they know you. That's just the way it goes. If you go over to someone and you say, hi, John, every morning, well, John's going to feel inclined to know who you are because you're talking to John on a first name basis. Imagine you just walked over and said hello. And number four, it's easier to connect with people on a social level when you know their name. If you see a group of people chatting and you don't know any of their names, you walk over to talk with them, you're just going to be standing there awkwardly. But if you know everyone's name, it's much easier for you to fit in socially. Now, you might ask yourself or ask me, hey, Mark, I'm not very good at memorizing names. Great, I'm not either. But there's a trick that I started doing when I was an elementary school teacher roughly 20 years ago, and that trick still works to today. And the way it works is when you learn a name, look at the person and say the name over in your mind 20 times. If they're far enough away and there's no one around you, you can actually mumble their names because it's better if you say it out. But if there are people around, you can just say it over in your head 20 times. And going forward, every time you pass that person or interact, don't just say hi, but say, hi, Sam. Make sure you say out the name verbally. The more you do that, the more you cement it in your mind, and it'll just be a great learning experience for you. You'll get more comfortable about it, and people will feel more socially connected to you. All right, I'll see you in the next video.